as you know, after you go to a conference, the activity that you're doing the next day is typically spending several, maybe hours kind of filing expenses, and you've got these little, train receipts like this where you've got to kind of, fill it in, figure out where were you, what were you doing, piece together all the puzzle. You've got, you very often I look at the receipt and think, oh yeah, what was I doing on that day? What exactly, which day was it? Looking in my calendar to figure out, okay, what was the exact business justification for this? And so what I've done is I just created a small demo account, just a demo, just to showcase some of the capabilities of this SDK. And really, this SDK, I'm kind of running it now, and the only prompt that I'm sending it is this prompt here to add the receipts that it can find on my local machine. And I'm just going to show you, like, this is the folder that I've told it to look at. And it's essentially following an agent skill in order to do this. And it's using the Playwright MCP as browser automation. So let me just show you in here. We're connecting up. We've got the Work IQ MCP so that it essentially can look in my calendar at the calendar events that I was doing around these receipt dates. It's got the Playwright MCP that allows the agent to autonomously control the browser, and it's got access to a skill. In this case, it is a skill that explains to the SDK how to navigate the expenses system that we have. And what it's currently doing, if you look in the bottom here, it's looked at the receipts, it's found 2 receipts, it's correctly identified what those receipts are and the value of the amount. And what it's currently doing now is it's actually looking in my calendar to find any calendar events that relate to these receipts, specifically on the dates that the receipts were taken. So it looks like it's found some events. Here we go. And so now it's actually just driving the browser using Playwright to fill in all of the information. You can see here it's correctly put the business purpose in there as the Java core meeting. And again, I'm not touching this at all. It's all being driven completely autonomously by the agent. Now, is this a good way to do, this kind of expenses thing? Probably not. There are probably better ways to automate this kind of expenses thing, but I just wanted to kind of build a simple demo that really showcased how an agent could actually navigate a traditional, legacy line of business application that doesn't have, an API or an MCP interface. Now, if it did have an API or an MCP interface, it'd probably be even better and even faster. But even without those things, this agent can still, navigate through the interface. It can recover, if it's having a problem, and it can, browse through an interface probably even faster than I could browse myself. And you can see now it's added those 2 expense items, it's uploaded them, and now it's ready for me to kind of review that expense report, because it's important that we still have a human in the loop, but it's saved me all of that time, all of that grind, and I don't have to use my brain power to do all of that hard work, and literally just completely autonomously done that while we were having a chat within a couple of minutes. So again, that whole process was certainly faster than me doing my expenses this morning, I can tell you that. And I think it just kind of shows you not only the capability of where we are today, but just how far agents have come and will probably continue to go. Because the innovation, it's not stopping. I don't think we've kind of plateaued at this point. We still have a lot of, headroom in terms of the model capability, the tool capability, even just the interface to be able to use these agents. We still have a lot of work to kind of do to, a lot of potential here. So yeah, I think it's a really interesting time that we're living in.